Okay, now we're going to use the cuff screen in order to do increases evenly along a row. And also, after you've watched this, you'll probably understand that you can do decreases along the same row, just making a little change. But let's get the first things first. Okay, we're knitting the sleeve, and the cuff is ribbing. It has 100 stitches, and we're going to change from ribbing to another kind of stitch that has a different stitch and row gauge. So they have us knit this cuff at 100 stitches. Then all of a sudden they say increase 12 stitches evenly along this row. So you set this at 100. Now you can adjust this upper tape where you're going to the upper part of the sleeve until this little box here, because it shows a difference between these two. So if you're going to increase 12 stitches, you can see that that picture, it's getting wider right there. So you're increasing 12. It means you're going from 100 to 112 stitches. Now these dimensions may not be exactly right because of the difference in stitch and row gauge. And right here we're only set to 1, where there actually would be 2 different stitch and row gauges. But don't be confused by that. It's just a simple matter of we're going from 100 stitches to 112 when we want to know how to do that. Okay, so there it is. Now this is condensed knitting instruction. It's physically written on 2 rows, but it's talking about 1 row of knitting, and that's this intersection right here. So to help you read this, maybe you don't understand this kind of abbreviation, but what it's saying is these 2 asterisks means to repeat back and forth 9 times between the asterisks. So it's saying knit 8 and make 1, meaning add 1 stitch or increase, and do it 9 times. So you go 8, increase 1, knit 8, increase 1, and 8, increase 1. You do that 9 times. Then when you're done, you're still not across the row yet, as you'll see when you're doing it, but now you have to knit 7 and increase 1. Knit 7, increase 1, knit 7, increase 1, and we did that 3 times, and then the very last thing, you knit 7, and it'll come out to be exactly 112 stitches. Voila! That works fairly well. Now, to say this is knitting evenly it does mean that it comes out pretty good. You've got groups of 8 and increase 1. You got 9 groups of 8, and you have 3 groups of 7. So you could stick one of these on the left side, one of these on the right side, and one in the middle of these. Then it would be technically very even, but practically it probably doesn't matter. So just go ahead. If you're satisfied with how this distribution looks, then do it. There are some that when you get a fairly large number, it's going to come out to a little different thing. Now we're going to have, this is a group of 4, and we're going to have 16 of these groups that we're doing something, 16 little sequences, and then we're going to have 11 groups that we're going to only have, actually there'll be 4 stitches in here, 3 here and 1 there that you're adding. So, and then you're going to knit 3. So it probably doesn't matter. If you want it to be more accurately, wait for the upgrade. I'm going to make it so you can switch this to absolutely even, but then there's going to be a lot more kind of confusing instructions to do that with, but certainly doable instructions. Okay, just to review then, if they tell you you're at 100, you know that, and they want you to evenly increase 12 stitches, you set this row 100 plus 12 is 112, or read that. Then you read the instructions, which simply read knit 8, make 1 9 times, knit 7, make 1 3 times, and then knit 7. Good luck.